What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 2-Minute Tuesday. So for this episode, I thought we'd talk about racks. More specifically, front racks, baskets, whatever you want to call them. A long time ago, I used to be against these things, but then once I got my head out of my ass and figured out that they're kind of good for carrying things and not having stuff on your back, you kind of get turned around. Now, I don't necessarily want to say that you're doing it wrong if you're not using a front basket, but you're doing it wrong. So if you don't have the means to install a rack on your bike, then this doesn't apply to you. But there's a lot of ways to get a rack on your bike, and so eventually this may apply to you. For those of you in the I ride a bike to work, it's not my race bike, my everyday do everything bike, I'd highly recommend a front rack. It does change the handling a little bit. You gotta get used to the balance point, but you are a human. You can adapt to situations, balance is one of them. Every balance point on the bike is different, and obviously if you throw something in the front of it, especially a lot of weight, it's gonna change the way things handle. This one especially, this is the, man, I can't remember the name of this rack. It's made by Paul Components. Sometimes it gets a little squirrely if I'm going too crazy. Like I said, you adapt, you adjust. I like the stuff in the front so you can see it, you can get to it easier. If it's in the back, you can't hear it if it needs you. So way back in the day, about 2010, I picked up this one. This is the Blackburn King Gamo. It is a massive rack. It weighs a ton, but it carries a lot. And of course it has the obligatory bottle opener, as does almost everything in the bike industry. I do have on the Swibo, on the other Swibo, I have the Portland Design Works takeout rack. They all have different purposes. These two, the Gamo and the Paul Component, as well as some of the other basket style racks, they're designed to carry a lot of weight. This one I think could carry like 30 some pounds, 40 pounds. I know I should be checking this while I'm doing this, but the Paul Component carries a little bit less, but there's a certain point where you carry that much weight in it and the bike is unwieldy on the front. So here's the Portland Design Works takeout rack with the Black Packs bag in it. This has been one of my favorites. It may be small, but it can carry a lot. I've carried more than I probably should have in here. The obligatory drinks, they always go in there. Everything that I needed for work, box of shoes home, and some extra whatever crap that I had at the shop one time. I just stuffed it all in there and it all made it home. If you are thinking about doing a basket, definitely check out whether or not the basket that you like will actually work on your bike. There's a lot of different mounting options. This one mounts directly to the handlebars. The other ones, they definitely need eyelets. They're supposed to support a lot of weight. The makeshift stuff has worked. I won't say what I did with the first rack, the King Gamo. You definitely have to do it as safe as possible because that's a lot of weight and that can cause a lot of damage to you and the bike. But most importantly, the bike. I guess the point here is that you should give them a try. If you've always been the person that's put stuff on your backpack, or you've always had a rack or panniers or things like that, definitely give the front rack a try. If you're still suffering from the front basket stigma, you got some issues. Break free, man. You gotta do this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.